What is going on, YouTube? Happy Wednesday. Now, before I get into this topic, I want to go ahead and warn you now. This topic is going to make some people very angry. But it's good because I think it's good to get the debate out there and talk about this issue. Because I just want to let you know how I feel about the situation. What am I talking about? Is Black History Month overrated? Should we have it? Is it an empowering situation? I'm talking about things on those lines. Now let me just talk about my experience today. So I'm in a barbershop. And for those of you who don't know, in certain barbershops, like for instance, barbershops that are like totally Caucasian, they don't really know how to cut what you call black hair. I've had this situation happen many times. So I have to go out and find a black barber. So I just got a little shave. I kind of shaved my hair myself at the top. So I got a shave, and this older gentleman comes in. He has to be probably around 50 years old. And he starts going over his past, and he's kind of like supposedly like, telling some good information to myself and the barber, because we happen to be younger than this guy. So he goes on to talk about how he was kicked out of the military because he was too militant, and he was part of like Black Power movements and all this other kind of stuff, right? And he basically was talking about how he's a victim now, and we should get reparations in the mule and all this other kind of stuff, right? And let me tell you what I say. Every time I hear a conversation like this, if you're a guy and you come to me and you start talking like that, I already put you in a whole nother category. And that category to me is a category of no power. I look at you as a non-productive human being. You're the type of guy that just makes excuses for everything. Right? You're the type of, let me get this. I need this in order to be successful and all of that. And you guys know me by now. Those words are not in my vocabulary. If you want something done, get it freaking done. Right? So every year we have to go through Black History Month. And here's the thing. Now, some people may say, why? Do you hate black people? Like, why are you so against Black History Month? You're black. Okay, look, let's talk about Black History Month for a second. Usually what happens in Black History Month is that we recognize the black people who have done stuff. Okay? Now, right now in Egypt, people are fighting and going against the government and things of that nature. Why? Because they saw something wrong and they felt it needed change, so they went out and took the streets and they made it happen. Same thing that happened in black culture and within black people in America. We saw injustice, we got out, we fought, and we fought for what we believe in. We knew it was a right, a God-given right, and it changed. But one thing about change is this: if you're gonna change, you can't live in the past. Right? There are many different people across the world today who have had inventions and accomplishments and things of this nature, whatever. Fine, great, right? But I think right now it's becoming more of what I call race Olympics. Oh, well, the black man created the peanut butter. Well, we created such and such. Well, the black man created such and such. Well, we created this. And it goes back and forth, back and forth. But who cares who created something? We all are of the one human race. Right? You see, I don't think that God made racism. I think God made us and we created racism. So I don't try to put emphasis on the black man did it. You can't put me in a box. You can't walk up to me and think just because you're a black man, you should do this. If you do that, your stereotypes will get broken every time. I'm not in a box. You can't figure me out. And I'm sitting in there, going through this painful talk that this guy is giving for about 30 minutes because you couldn't get a word in. And I'm sitting there listening to this painful talk, and I'm like, dude, get a pair. You're 50 years old and you haven't figured out how to make income and do things for yourself instead of blaming something else. You need reparations. You need these things. It's just a bunch of, I can't understand that way of thinking. So every time this month comes, people go out and they do things and and everything. They got the dashikis on and everything's black. You know, and I just look, I'm proud of who I am. Don't get that twisted. I'm proud of who I am. But at the same time, I'm just a guy that's thriving, that's trying to be a better human being. You can't escape that. But here's a question I have. What do white people think about Black History Month? You see, sometimes I think that you guys don't have the ability to say what you want to say because you'll be considered a racist or anything this other. And then, you know, I've even heard the argument with some black people say, well, White History Month is every month. Every month they have a holiday. And here we go again, competing. You know, we have Black History Month. We have Latin America Month. We have Native American Day and all these other type of things. We are human beings at the end of the day. Doesn't matter who you are. Doesn't matter what you invented. If you invented something that can help mankind, God bless you. Doesn't matter what color you are. You know, we got to get away. Small minds only worry about the race. Small minds. You know, if you're a guy that can only talk to black people, or if you're a person that can only have a conversation with white people, small mind. You haven't broadened your conversation level to a point where you can talk to something outside of your comfort zone. How sad of that is that for you not to be able to communicate with people from all types of the world. You know, and I've seen people in that situation that don't know what to say. They're dumbfounded. And this is why I say the best education is traveling. Because traveling lets you know how people from other places live. And we find out that we may do different things in order to reach the common goal, but we get there. There is no such thing as a one way to do anything. So I just wanted to put that out there. You know, I don't see the need for Black History Month. We know, black people, you know who created what, who did what, and things of this nature. You know that. And if you want to honor them. But it creates a sense of uncomfortableness for the people who are non-black. You know, are we saying that we want you to know who we are and what we did? You know, okay, we got that. People know that. We know who we are. We don't need to know. You guys get where I'm going with this. I don't need to say this until the fat lady sings, but you guys see where I'm coming from this. So let me hear your views, your ideas about this topic. What do you think? You know, whether it's good or bad, let me hear it, guys. Nobody's going to get blocked. I just want to hear where you're coming from. So, like I said, my Etsy class is still going, guys. If you're interested, please give me a PM message or something like that. Very inexpensive class. So, if this is your first time to the channel, glad to have you. Please subscribe, and until next time, signing.